I was looking for a little bit of help in my furniture choices and met Lindsay, who gave me some wonderful help.
I just love working with clients to help give them a home that reflects them, tells their story, and just creates a haven for them to live in.
David and I have been only married for 4 years, so when our households combined, he had things he loved, I had things I loved, but they really didn't go together. And we had talked about it long enough that we finally decided it's time to do the room that we live in the most.
So Tanya came to our store and she was looking for something, had some ideas of what she wanted, but really wasn't sure.
I get overwhelmed when I see too many choices, and I think I know what I want, but the moment that I see something else, my mind starts designing around that something else, and so I get a little confused. And so I needed the help of an expert to kind of help me funnel it down so that I could make some really good choices, and choices that I would be happy with for 15 to 20 years down the road.
And we found some things she liked, but we weren't really sure, so I set up a home consultation for her to come see the space. So I came out. When I first saw the room, it was painted yellow, and they had an oversized blue sofa, an Aztec ottoman, and a couple of chairs. She told me that on one of her trips to Europe, she had gone to the Ralph Lauren showroom in Paris, and that was her inspiration for the living room. To marry that with what she wanted and then her home here was what I was doing. So I knew that they didn't want as fancy and as ornate as that Paris showroom was, but she wanted all of the hints of that. Tanya had a rug that she'd fallen in love with and wanted to build the space on. So we worked off of the colors, like the blues and the golds, and like a soft terracotta that was in the rug. I knew that to achieve the vision that they wanted, we would have to change all the furniture. And that's also where it comes into building value into all the choices that I'm presenting to them. So after I met Tanya, I had a very good understanding of what she wanted and what her style was. So I went back to the showroom, I pulled fabric samples, went through different collections that we had to fit the aesthetic that she was looking for.
Through lots of back and forth and shopping and picking fabrics and yes, we want this, no, we don't want that, we pulled together what I think is the most amazing plan.
As Tanya and I worked through how they live in the space, how they would use the space, I knew it was possible to find something that was a low profile enough of the furniture to keep the view, but also to have a pathway and let all of the light in. I think that's something with design experience that I can see that you have to convey to your customer, they have to trust you in that. Everything was intentional about exactly how we positioned it. I'm thrilled to see it in the space. I've had the vision in my mind for months, and so in a lot of ways, putting a room together is Christmas morning for me. So one of the key pieces that we started with was actually this sofa, because we needed something that could seat 6, but be comfortable and be a little bit of a smaller frame, smaller profile, because we didn't want something to overwhelm the space. Like, it has a skirt, it has the track arm and the T-cushion that gives an elegance. And so that was identifying kind of the core shapes and features of some of the other furniture, and then we built off of that. She also needed more space to seat people, and so giving her twin sofas is going to accomplish that. The The size of the rug was perfect for the room, and so what we needed to do is anchor the seating area around it. And when you make that seating area cozy and within the right space of each other, so I don't feel like I'm yelling across the room at you. Like, I feel like we're just having a conversation. And in that, it makes the rest of the room usable. She has some great corners now to tuck a Christmas tree or put a bookshelf and display mementos, put art up, things like that. Her husband's one request was that he have a comfortable chair to sit in every day. And so when the term recliner is tossed into what, someone's thinking is going to be an elegant living room, sometimes that's a fun challenge because not everybody thinks recliner and, oh, that looks great and classy. But picking the recliner that we did, but it also kept the style that we needed with the sleek track arms. And then we did it in a warm leather just to tie everything together. So we added more dimension there. There's always a little bit of apprehension before someone sees a reveal. It's like, I hope they love it. Seeing Tanya walk in and just kind of gasp, and I could tell she loved it. And so usually there's one client you work with more, and that initial reaction means a lot to me, but the secondary is also good. So her husband, I could see immediately just go find his recliner and sit down and put his feet up, and I could tell, I was like, okay, we got that one, because he's so comfortable. And so there's always different dimensions of clients and customers in a space, and so I like to watch both of them, but equally it means a lot that they both love it.
I knew it was going to be good, but there were certain things that I didn't think through that Lindsay did, and that was for me the big thing of why you want to have a professional helping you along the way. She brought furniture closer in where I think I would have probably put it further out just because I don't know, but she does, and it's her profession and she is so good at it that I can't imagine it being any better than what it is today.
I know that they're going to be comfortable. I know that it's going to stand up to having grandkids come in their space, and also just be something that they can spend a lot of time in and enjoy.
I am really anxious to just sit in everything and pull out the decorations and start to put things out.